Hello and welcome to Color Out. Today we're going to discuss the age-old question, is it better to bet the pass or the don't pass? All right, so there is a slight difference between the two of them. They can both be backed up with odds bets, and that bet is a 0% house edge. So it's a fair 50-50 game, 50-50 game with the casino, and they will pay you your winnings according to the true odds of rolling the number. Now, the don't pass bet itself, the base bet, is slightly lower house edge. It is a 1.36% versus the pass line at 1.41%. So the difference is 0.05% house edge. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means you're expected to lose 5 cents less than if you play the pass line per $100 bet. So in the grand scheme of things, pretty insignificant. Okay, so most players are going to be on the pass line. So if you like that camaraderie or that, that team atmosphere where everyone's cheering together, you're going to want to play the pass line. The don't pass, there's a good chance you might be the only one at the table. And if and when you do win, all the pass line players are going to get on you. Not always, but they tend to dislike don't pass players and blame them for their losses when the 7 rolls. All right. So there really isn't a way to determine which one's better until after we see the results of the dice. After a session of rolling the dice, I could tell you which one you should have bet on, but beforehand, I can't tell you which one's going to be better. Okay, if we really can't determine which is better, the pass or the don't pass, well, what's this video for? Well, it's for fun. I'm going to roll out the pass line player versus the don't pass player. We're going to back it up with maximum odds of 3, 4, and 5 times odds, and we're just going to see the results. Now, it's not going to, it just depends on how the dice roll is going to determine who's going to be the winner here. But I think for the new player, it's going to be a good chance to see how the odds works, how you place the odds, and just kind of how the odds work with these bets, the odds bets that is. So let's give it a try and check it out. All right, we're going to start with $400 for each, and I'm going to play until one of them does not have enough money to make another bet. So let's get started. B is going to be the don't pass, and the A player is going to be the pass player. And new shooter coming out. Okay, it's going to be a 12 craps. So the pass is going to lose, and the don't pass is going to be a winner. So you can rack that up, and the pass needs to come back down on the line. Okay, it's going to be a 9, so the point's going to be 9. Now the pass line player, remember the odds on this table are 3, 4, 5 times odds, which is pretty standard in places like Vegas. So the 9 is going to be 4 times odds, which is $20 for the pass player, and the don't pass player is actually pretty easy. It's always going to be 6 times the base bet. So our base bet's $5 here. It's always going to be $30 for him to play the max odds for every number. So that's real easy to remember. All right, shooter's looking for the 9. Don't player's looking for that 7, and he got the 7. So a quick 0.7 out. So our pass line player is going to lose his money. The don't pass is going to get played 1-to-1 in the front. He's going to get played he's going to get paid 2 for every 3 he bets, 3 units. So he's going to get 20 for his $30 bet. So we can rack all that up for our don't player. And our pass line player is going to come down on the line, and we got a new shooter coming out. Okay, it's going to be 8. Point's going to be 8. So that's 5 times, which is going to be $25 for the pass player. And you guessed it, $30 for the don't pass player. All right, shooter's looking for the 8. Okay, 6 doesn't affect anything. And 7, another quick 7 out. So our pass player is off to a rough start. So 1-to-1 in the front. And 5 for every 6 units bet back here. So 25 for his $30 bet. All right, pass is coming down. New shooter coming out. Okay, it's going to be a 7. 7 on the come out roll is going to be a loser for the don't. So our pass player is going to win there. He'll click that, and our don't needs to come down with a new bet. And another 7. Don't's going to lose. Pass is going to win. Rack that up. Don't's got to come back down. And wow, okay. 3 come out 7s in a row. That happens. Don't's going to lose. Pass is going to win. And all right, we finally have a point. Point's going to be 6. So again, that's going to be a $25 in odds bet for the pass player and 30 for the don't. Now I'm not going to get into healing and stacking, but that's how you do the odds. So as far as I know, and any dealers could correct me down in the comments, your base bet goes between the stick man and the dealer. So if you're on the right hand side of the table, your odds are going to be here. If you're on that side of the table, your odds would be over here. Now I like to leave a little gap between so the dice don't ever get stuck. So you can leave a gap, but this is called healing, where the top money is actually healed off of it. Now there is some cases where it would be bridged, and typically that's if the payoff is the same as the base bet. So we don't have to worry about that here, and there are some exceptions, but so this is all we have to kind of look at for now. All right, both players have their odds bets down, and shooter's looking for that 6. Okay, 9, center field 9, looking for that 6. Okay, another 9. All right, dice off the table, no roll. And we got a yo 11. And there's a 5, no field 5. Okay, and my dice rolled, but that was a 7, 7 out. So the bad luck continues for the pass player. So 1 and 1 in the front, 5 for every 6 back here, or 25 for 30. So let's rack that up. So our don't player is off to a fast start, and our pass player needs to come down. This is what you would consider a cold table. Come out roll is a 9, point's going to be 9. So our pass player is going to back it up with 20 times in odds. And you guessed it, 30 for our don't player. And it's 12 craps, doesn't affect us. 11, yo 11. Looking for that 9. Again, dice off the table. I'll try to be a little more careful. I have a small table here. 5, no field 5. Okay, it's a 4. Looking for that 9. And another 4. Okay, an 8. Another 8, back-to-back 8s. There's a 4. And another 8. Okay, wish we would have been on that 8 and 4, right? Again, we don't know until after we see the results. 3 craps. Okay, there's a 5. All right, we got a long roll going here, but we're not hitting anything. And finally, 7 out. Again, pass is going to lose, don't's going to win his $20 for his $30 bet. He's already running out of room to rack up his winnings here. Let's move that back there. That's his base bet. Pass needs to come down. Real cold table here today. All right, 4. Point's going to be 4. So in this case, the maximum bet is going to be 3 times in odds. 3, 4, 5. So 3 times our base bet is going to be $15. But our don't is going to bet 30 to win 3 times, or $15. All right, looking for that 4. 4 is a tough number to hit. Hard 6. Yo 11. And a 7. 7 out. This is really not fair. This is just ice cold. This makes it an obvious decision, right? You should be a don't player. Well, you just never know. Because you're betting more in odds, if the shooter gets on a hot streak and he's hitting points, you're going to be losing money faster. But so far, that hasn't been the case. Let me grab all the dice. I try to do this when there's a new shooter, but I know I've missed it a couple times, but just kind of visual representation that there's a new shooter. Okay, 12 craps. So that's a loser for the pass and a win on the don't. Just to add insult to injury there. So the pass has got to come back down. All right, coming out, same shooter. Okay, it's going to be an 8. So 5 times in odds, so 25. And 30 for our don't player. Our B player, right? All right, shooter's looking for that 8. Dice up against the wall. All right, we hit our 8. So in this case, the don't finally is going to lose. And our pass player is going to get 1-to-1 in the front, or $5. And he's going to get paid 30 for every 25 in the back, or 6 for every 5 units. So let's rack that up for the pass player. Now our don't player's got to come down with a new bet. Puck's going to come off, and it's the same shooter coming out. Okay, 3 craps. So we lose on the pass and win in the don't. Pass has got to come down with a new bet, but it's the same shooter. 3 craps again. Pass loses, don't wins. Pass has got to come down with a new bet. Same shooter. Okay, 5. Point's going to be 5. So that's going to be $20 in odds, 4 times for our pass player. And again, 30 for our don't. And shooter's looking for that 5. And hit it right away. So our don't's going to lose. Pass is going to win 1-to-1 in the front, and he's going to win 30 for every 20 in the back, or 3 units for every 2 units. Puck's going to come off. Our shooter's going to rack it up. He's now hit 2 points in a row. So he's warming up a little bit. Our don't player's got to come down. And new shooter coming out. I'm sorry, same shooter. Same shooter coming out. But he lost craps, 12. So he's going to lose there. And in this case, the don't pass does not win, so he's not going to get paid. So the pass just loses. All right, so he's got to come back down with a new bet. Same shooter coming out. Okay, 7. In this case, the don't's going to lose and the pass is going to win. And our don't player needs to come down with a new bet. 2 craps. Pass is going to lose, don't's going to win. So the don't's going to rack that up. Pass has got to come back down with a new bet. We're still looking for that point. Okay, there it is. It's going to be a 9. So we're going to back it up with 4 times in odds, and our don't player, you guessed it, $30. All right, shooter looking for that 9. Dice off the table, no roll. Got a little excited there. And of course, for you guys who are superstitious, the dice goes off the table. The 7's coming next, right? So the pass is going to lose, 1-to-1 in the front, and 20 for his $30 bet. All right, pass player needs to come down with a new bet. We've got a new shooter coming out. 3 craps. Pass is going to lose, don't's going to win. Running out of room to rack up for him. Pass has got to come down with a new bet. Same shooter looking for a point. Nope, 3 craps. Again, another loss. Pass has got to come back down. And 7 on the come out, so the don't's going to lose and the pass will win there. So we're just going back and forth a little bit. Don't's got to come down with a new bet. And another 7 on the come out. Okay, this is a little interesting. Don't's going to lose, pass is going to win. Don't with a new bet. Still looking for a point. Okay, there it is, an 8. Okay, an 8's going to be 25 in odds for our pass player. And I ran out of, that's his profit. I ran out of, okay, so let's change these in for some green. $100 in green. And so our don't's going to come down with $30. I'll move that back there. $30 in odds on the 8. Shooter's looking for that 8. Got the 6. 10. Looking for that 8. Okay, there's another 6. And hey, there's an 8. Okay. So the don't's going to lose, and our pass player is going to win 1 in the front and 30 for his $25 bet, or 6 to 5. Let's rack that up. His bet's there. Our don't player is going to come down with a new bet. Puck's off. Same shooter coming out. 7 on the come out. It's a quick loss here and a quick win there. Don't's got to come down with a new bet. Looking for that come out. Okay, point's going to be 4. So in this case, our pass player is going to do 3 times in odds. And our don't, let's change this in for some red. 25. It's going to do 30 in odds. Probably be a little bit closer. All right, shooter's looking for that 4. And a 10. And a 6. Hard 6. Looking for that 4. And another 6. All right, shooting 6s. 10. 6s and 10s. All right, let's see that 4 shooter. Nope, another 6, of course. There's a 9. Center field 9. And another 9, but my dice rolled there, but back-to-back 9s. Looking for that 4. Another 9. Okay, we're going to be repeating numbers here. 6. And 11, yo 11. And 4, hard 4, we hit it. So the don't's going to lose. Our pass player is going to win 1 in the front, and he's going to win 30 or 2 to 1 for his odds bet in the back. And our don't player has a little money left. Points off. Same shooter coming out. Okay, it's going to be a 6. Points a 6. So it's going to be 25 in odds for our pass player and 30 in odds for our don't pass player. All right, shooter looking for that 6. 2 craps. Doesn't affect us in the middle of the roll. And there's an 8. But we're looking for that 6. And there's a 9, center field 9. Okay, there's the 4. Looking for that 6. 10. And an 8. Yo 11, my dice roll. Okay, there's a 9. Still looking for that 6 shooter. There's a 2 crap, snake eyes. We don't care about that. And there's a 9. Yo 11. And 7 out. Pass is going to lose. Winner's 1 to 1 in the front and 25 for his $30 bet back here. So let's rack that up. And our don't really doesn't have enough money to continue. So we'll just stop the game there and add it up. $445. Right, and our pass player 350. So what did that explain? Virtually nothing, except for that we rolled a lot of 7-outs more than we rolled our point numbers. So, but it did give you a chance to kind of see how the action works on the table. So I hope that interests you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, good luck on coloring up.